Air dribble. Off the side. Oh,
Say what you want, anything you need. Walk to the edge of the world for you, 'cause I'm all about you now. About you now. Now what you see, you've been calling me. Ain't nothing that you could do to make me walk away. I gave you love, tell you that you're a star, until you see that you are. No matter how hard it's raining, I'll make it come. I hope you feel me, even when I'm gone. Through the golden wet weather.
one-man band. He does it all, and now he's going to show us.
Tap opportunity, gets it! Off a fantastic flow pass. An uneasy shot. Boy, does it look like
Keep on holding you up. I'll do anything to break you for a day.
Look at it! Ridiculous shot!
I'll be there.
Big touch. That was one of the most calculated.
Keep on holding you up.
As we're creeping up on that 3-minute mark, Crouton double tap! What a shot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of QRLS matchups here. Tonight we are bringing you an exciting matchup between the three Rocketeers and the Cyclones. Joining me tonight in the booth is none other than the man himself, flying high above the rest, the Jet. How you doing tonight, Jet?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me here, Pickle. I'm happy to be here to call such an exciting matchup between the Cyclones and the three Rocketeers, both fighting for the lead in the division here, the calculated division. The only match on the docket tonight, but don't be discouraged, because remember, Thursday and Friday we have double headers lined up as we go, both starting at 8:30. And don't forget to check out the merch store.
Absolutely. We got some exciting Rocket League coming to throughout the week. Some great matchups to come. I know my boys are excited to take on our matchup this week, and we are looking to take down another team with a 2-1 on our end. But then I know on Friday as well, we have another exciting matchup coming to you. Let me get a prediction poll up live here for everybody to be able to start putting in your predictions on who you think is going to win tonight's game. Jet, tell me a little bit about what you think about this matchup. Who do you think is going to have the advantage?
Well, first I want to point out that you're looking for a 2-1 win this week, when I go into all my matches looking for a sweep. But tonight, I don't think we see a sweep. This is going to be a hard-fought matchup. The Rocketeers are trailing the Cyclones in the standings by just one game, and we get to play 3 tonight. So they have a chance to take the lead in the division, or the Cyclones could further their lead. It's going to be a tough one. I think I kind of am edging towards the Cyclones right now. What do you think about the Cyclones?
Well, when I look at the Cyclones, I see a team that's hungry. I know that they want to come out, they want to play strong, they want to make their mark on the field and leave a dent on whoever it is that they are going against, and they do not have anybody short of the ability to do just that. You look at this team, you have Captain ZDL Pinky, who is showing the roster that he's put together has some great ability, as they are one of the teams at the top of their division looking to maintain that spot. And going down that list with Mimsy, Rees, and Crocs with Socks, I know you have an interesting little point about Crocs with Socks in matches, Jet. You want to share that one with everybody?
I do, actually. I was looking through the stats, and I noticed that with Crocs with Socks on the field, which has only been 3 games for the Rocketeer, or for the Cyclones, they are 3-0. So Crocs with Socks has not lost a game on the field yet. So it'd be interesting to see if they maybe plug him in somewhere tonight.
Definitely would be. I will say that you got to wonder if they're going to take Rees out to put Crocs with Socks in, but you think about Rees and his mechanical ability, and how could you even think of doing such a thing?
That's a tough one. It's hard to take Rees out because he seems to be always playing at a high caliber of play, and even when you think he's slacking behind, he can break out at any time and hit you with a highlight reel play. So personally, you got to keep Reese in there. You go with the hot hand, right, Pickle?
I would say so. If the hand is on fire, let that baby burn, as they are going to give you what you need. I just want to give a quick shout out to I'm Martinez1. Thank you for the follow. And another shout out to Coop Dadoop 21 for your follow as well. We appreciate the follows here at the QRLS. As always, we love the fans. You guys make it worth it. Now back to the Cyclones. And going through that roster list, you also have a great contender on that team in Mimsy. I have the pleasure of playing with Mimsy quite frequently in this league, in the Discord, in the servers. And I think that he is somebody who is an X factor on the team. How do you feel about his ability to bolster this offense?
Absolutely. I think everyone in this server has had the pleasure of playing with Mimsy from one time to another. He's a joy to play with, and he also can break out some real nice stuff once in a while when he's not just messing around and having fun. So to see Mimsy back in a serious role, he's been playing some of his best Rocket League on the field in these games, I think, and it's a lot of fun to watch for sure.
I agree with that. I would just like to say to everybody in the chat, I apologize. I accidentally put up a poll and not a prediction. I am still learning what I am doing here with Twitch. I even tried to scramble just to get that poll up for you guys. I wanted to make sure you had something to bet on tonight. I hope it pays out the same. But now to my prediction here and who I think is going to win tonight's match. I'm going to take the 3 Rocketeers 2-1. I think the Cyclones are going to squeak one out. And the reason being is you look at this team and you might notice there's something a little different about it here, Jet. They were able to acquire Heartless off the waiver wire.
They were.
And I think that adds a tandem to Slurpy Snail. And I just have to say, I said I'd do it for him. And I am a man of my word. Quick slurp in chat. For Slurpy Snail, the man himself, I think has put together a team that can rival any in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. They brought Heartless in as a sub last week because they didn't have enough players to make the match. They brought Heartless off the free agents list into sub, and then they ended up pulling out the sweep with Heartless and Slurpy Snail kind of leading the whole league in what they do. And Slurpy Snail went ahead and picked him up. And now this team is definitely one to rival the Cyclones in that calculated division. And I think the Hammerheads should probably be worried about how good the teams are across the rest of that division.
That is a tough division, to say the least. And, Slurpy Snail, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, was our golden striker from last season.
That's correct.
Hey, I get a few here and there. So he was able to come away with such a prestigious award at the end of the season, making him somebody that you really have to watch out for when you go against him in these games. Now, I haven't really had a chance to play with Mr. Penguin or even talk to him. Jet, have you had an opportunity to see what Mr. Penguin is all about?
I have had limited playing time with Mr. Penguin, I believe, in a few custom games, but I do know of some other people in the server that have spoke very highly of him and think that he is the key to this team actually playing well. As long as he can facilitate his teammates and keep the rotations good, that he will actually be the make or break for this 3 Rocketeers team.
I think so. I think every team has that one player that you can consider that X factor on the field, and I think Mr. Penguin might just be that here for the 3 Rocketeers. He might have the ability to change that pace of the game that's going to give them that lift that they might need to get that go-ahead goal. And to be noted as well, I do believe OPS X Shadow will not be participating in the event tonight. I do believe he is still having some computer problems. So I don't think we're going to see him, but I'm looking at the poll here, not the prediction, the poll, and it looks like people are favoring the 3 Rocketeers, but it's a really tight poll.
Yeah, I mean, like I said to begin with, this match is going to be tight. I don't think we see a sweep in either direction here. this whole division's going to be so tight and coming down to the end of the coming down to week 10, right? And this is only week 4. So these games really matter. If you can pull off a sweep in one of these games in week 4 against a division rival, like you're on your way to the playoffs with that. But I think these teams are so evenly matched that I'm gonna say Rocketeers are gonna take this 2-1.
Ooh, so you're gonna jump on, should I say, the rocket with me? And stay.
I believe I'm taking the rocket to the sky. I mean, as much as I believe in Mimsy, and Reese is incredibly mechanically good. And this Captain Pinky has put on such a great team together here. Wow, it's a tough one. What do you think, Pickle?
You know what I'm gonna say? We're going to the moon. And in order to get to the moon, you got to go through the clouds. And if you know anything about going through the clouds, you're going through the cyclone. So I think here the 3 Rocketeers are going to do just that in a 2-1 spread. And we're getting
all right.
To
not
game
often
time.
that both casters agree on a prediction here.
Well, it makes you wonder, does that amplify the caster curse as that could very well be the case here? As oftentimes, as you know, as a sports fan, when the announcers talk about the kicker, he hits the upright.
That's true. I mean, are the Rocketeers going to be hitting a lot of crossbars tonight because we both predicted them?
I hope not. I want to see a lot of high-flying action, goals. I want demos. I want beautiful saves. I want to see it all. I want some flip resets, some musties. Let's bring the action.
Absolutely. That's what the QRLS is all about here. Having fun, great highlight plays, friendly competition, even though sometimes it gets not so friendly, as we've seen. But we got about 2.5 minutes till game time here. It's getting down to game 1. Champions Field is ready to go. The grass is mowed, waiting for the players.
And you know what the nice thing about tonight's matchup is? We don't even need to clean up any demoed bits from any other cars. They're going to get a fresh scent on the field. We don't have to worry about that boost smell coming in, you know? It's just going to be right there for everybody on the field, clean for them for the taking.
Everybody loves to see it.
And I'm going to try to adjust something real quick. I'm getting a few notifications, updates that I'm a little quiet. I'm going to see if maybe I can amplify that by adjusting my gain. So as I'm talking, if somebody just wants to comment and just let me know if it has gotten a little bit louder or if it's doing the opposite, because I don't know if I'm going positive or negative. So, but yeah, so here we are. We got 2 more minutes to go. Players will be hitting the field at 8:30. So strap in, buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a fun ride.
And while we have the time, don't forget, everybody, like I said, there are two matches tomorrow night. We have a doubleheader on Thursday starting at 8:30. It'll be the Bleacher Boys versus Vibe Clan, followed by the Spectres versus the Kings. And then on Friday, another spicy doubleheader starting at 8:30 will be the Rangers and the Hammerheads. And then at 9 o'clock will be Clarity United, my own Clarity United, versus Astro.
Oh, that's going to be a fun match, to say the least, Jet. I bet you're excited for that one.
I am. I'm very excited. As I am, I'm excited for almost every match I play here in the QRLS. It's great fun, and always trying to better my stats and get my team in position to make the playoffs. You know all about it.
I do indeed. Making the playoffs is something that I am at this point well accustomed to here at the QRLS in my rookie season, making it all the way to the finals and losing in Game 7. We don't like to talk about that, though, and I would love to just give a quick shout-out here to my man, Sir Bro Dude. He has resubscribed with a Tier 1 sub for 12 months in a row. 12 total months of Tier 1 subs. That's amazing.
12 months? I'm not good at math, but isn't that like a whole year, Pickle?
I would say that is at least 365 days. And here we have players hitting the field, and coming to you in just a moment, will be an exciting matchup of some of our best Rocket League performers.
Absolutely. Cyclones and three Rocketeers ready to hit the field here, just waiting on their go. This is always the most stressful part of the night, Pickle, waiting for players to hit the field. Who's going to hit the field first? Who's going to go on kickoff?
Who wins the kickoff, and do we see an early within 5-second goal?
Ooh, I would say we don't see one that early, but an early goal is going to be key here in Game 1 to set the tone for the match.
It certainly will. Any goal to start will be the one that actually will give you that momentum going forward. And we have players hitting the field, and it looks like it can be Heartless versus... Is that Mimsy in the other corner?
Crocs with socks on the field, Pickle.
Oh, they went with the 3-0. I'm not used to the new overlay yet. And here we have Slurpy Snail taking the ball off the wall, setting it up. And a nice save there by Reese, sending it wide.
Yeah, great play in the midfield there. Each team trying to feel each other out here early in Game 1. They're going for a lot of 50s, trying to take the ball up in the air and trying to put some pressure on the other team and see how they react to it.
Certainly, as Mr. Penguin is up on the wall, making a nice touch into the corner, but he's blocked by, Crocs with Socks, as he's able to send it back up into the air again. Heartless challenging for the double, just not enough boost to get there.
Couldn't quite get there. Pinky able to put some pressure down in the three Rocketeers half. Passes it back to Crocs with Socks here. Can't quite get the play to make something happen here, but Reese is going to bring it in. Heartless with a great clear, and we're just playing volleyball in the midfield at this point, Pickle.
A little bit of volleyball. You call this car soccer. I call it a different kind of sport here today. As Crocs with Socks is staying on the ball, making a nice defensive push back out, is ZDL Pinky with Mr. Penguin collecting, sending it. ZDL Pinky sending it out again. Challenged over. ZDL Pinky, it looks like they might have a play if they can get the pass off.
Oh, what a fake by Pinky.
And a fake by Pinky solidifies the goal. Goal 1 goes to the Cyclones.
Wow. Wow, Pinky really showing his brain power there with the fake. He stops and then calmly rolls the ball into the net.
Absolutely. He's able to put that one in there. No pressure on that man's shoulders as he looked icy. Might be flowing in his veins. A great beat around by Heartless with the ceiling push. Slurpy Snails up.
Yeah, Heartless and Slurpy want that one back.
They certainly do. You know he's hoping he got a better touch forward on that to give Slurpy that go-ahead move. Heartless with a great challenge in the air. Making Pinky play the defensive role as Mr. Penguin seems to fake challenge, comes forward, and Slurpy's sending it forward up to the midfield.
The Rocketeers here kind of pushed back into their own zone, kind of trapped in their own corner here. They got to find a way to get it out and get themselves some boost.
Absolutely. Kind of surprising to see them in this position. This isn't where I thought I would see them this early into the game. I say early, but we're almost 2.5 minutes into the match at this point, as the pressure from the Cyclones is just torrential.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost halfway through Game 1 here, and the Cyclones have not relented from the pressure, and that's clearly their game plan coming in, was to put these three Rocketeers on their back wheels and keep them going backwards and stuck in their own corner and boostless.
And what a nice play there by Reese to keep the ball from going into harm's way in front of the net, as Mr. Penguin's able to collect with a nice 50 off of Crocs with Socks, sending it to the other side. Is Reese beating Heartless out. Slurpy with the touch-up to send it clear wide of the net, making sure that ball, again, just not in danger at this point. Both teams seem to be providing the best amount of pressure that they can. It doesn't seem like anybody's making any offensive or defensive rotational errors that are too severe. As I say this, what do we have is Reese getting one here. Cyclones with a 2-goal lead over the three Rocketeers.
That looked like an unfortunate miscommunication between Slurpy and Heartless that caused them to be slightly out of position, but Reese was in the perfect position for some reason to be able to take advantage of it.
And that's the lethality that we talk about when we talk about Reese and his ability as a player. He is mechanical and has great Rocket League IQ, and Slurpy Snail's just able to get one right over. Gotta give him a celebratory in chat.
Wow, Slurpy Snail just comes out of nowhere. A great pass to the mid from Heartless, and Slurpy Snail is there waiting to put it directly in the center of the net. Great pass, great shot. 2-1 game, minute 42 to go.
Now, Jet, do you think that the Cyclones are thinking about that 3-0 win-to-loss ratio with Crocs with Socks in going into this matchup?
I am willing to bet that nobody on that team knows that record except for maybe Crocs with Socks himself.
That's a fair point. It's kind of a odd little stat to know. As Crocs with Socks fields, turns around, gets a little touch, but it seems like he's centering it there as Heartless is able to put it back to the corner, and Pinky is just a little bit awkward there, able to get a nice pop, keep the ball away from that center field area.
And a shot on net here from Reese. He gets another one. Another just ball kind of rolling out there in the corner. Mr. Penguin not able to make a clear, and it comes right to him. Reese in the right place at the right time again.
Man, that man is just going to be all over this field tonight. You really got to keep an eye on him, as he will just dime you up time and time again as they are able to put the ball into the corner. Reese collecting, getting a little touch off the wall. Slurpy's there to connect on the ball, putting it into the corner, and then we have a nice defensive recovery here as ZDL Pinky will be there, and Heartless with a touch just wide.
Slurpy trying to return the favor to Heartless there with the pass to the mid, and Heartless couldn't quite get it on net, and Slurpy with a great save back here, and he'll bring it the other way.
He absolutely will. If they could just get a little bit of pressure going forward here, they could definitely get these goals. There is plenty of time with 30 seconds left in the match. As Crocs with Socks is going to field it up the wall, he is going to get that touch.
Not on net there.
That is going to go in. That's another dinger.
Heartless couldn't quite get there. He was hanging out on the crossbar looking to make a save of that type of shot and just couldn't quite get to it. Great shot there by Crocs with Socks.
That goal explosion should be saying Cyclones instead of Monsoon. Little clerical error there, if you ask me, by the Rocket League devs. Crocs with Socks will collect this, and Heartless is there to challenge, just missing, not getting the touch he's looking for, as Slurpy Snail beans it up to ZDL, and they are able to do it. They're not going to be able to win, but can they get another goal here? As the ball touches, we have goose eggs. Cyclones come out with game one. Jet, how do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great game by Cyclones. I think they put the right lineup in, as you and I were discussing in the pre-show. If Reese is available, he needs to be on the field. And Crocs with Socks hasn't lost a game yet, so you put him in too. I don't know if they'll make any changes for game two. I certainly wouldn't after winning 4-1 in game one. But Pickle, if you're the three Rocketeers, what changes do you need to make?
I think you just need more pressure coming out of the defensive into the offensive zone. A little bit more time of somebody being there to challenge that midline possession so you can just keep that constant pressure going. And that is where the relentlessness of a team comes into play, and you just beat down a defense. And that's what you essentially need to do in Rocket League, is just beat the defense down.
Absolutely. I think personally, if I'm the Rocketeers, the key is an early goal. Take an early lead. They didn't get to experience playing with a lead in game one. If they can get one early out the gate, that can kind of set the tone for game two, and they can play their game from there.
Absolutely. And at any time, momentum can shift in this game. I mean, you know, as you said, if they come out and they get that first goal, that's the momentum shift. They're able to now challenge. It looks like the scoreboard is doing something funky as the scores for the three Rocketeers are just resetting to 0. I don't understand.
We have players hitting the field for game two here.
That might be what it is. Let me go ahead and get that. All right, that's part of the learning process here, folks. As we have face-off, Mr. Penguin, ZDL. Mr. Penguin wins the face-off. Slurpy Snail challenges. No! Turned away with Crocs with Socks. Great save there. And we might have a chance at a double, as no double, but Reese puts it back up off the backboard. And ZDL
The Cyclones with the early pressure, putting this ball all over the net and crossbar the three Rocketeers, threatening their existence.
100%. They do not want to let up on this pressure that they had developed in game one, and I think that's the pace of play that you need to maintain, as Reese is there. And the double! Crocs with socks!
Crocs
Able to
with
knock
socks.
it off the backboard, taking a 1-goal lead here in game 2.
Oh, that's a beautiful first touch to just pop it up there, just out of Heartless's reach over the crossbar, and then to get there and read the backboard and put it back in behind Heartless. Crocs with Socks is really showing off here tonight.
Wow, he is showing up and showing out. He's saying, I want that starting roster spot. I want you to know why you guys are undefeated with me on the field. As there's a beautiful demo, Heartless taking out Reese. This could be a great chance offensively for them if they're able to capitalize. As there's a little bump there. ZDL Pinky bumped again by Crocs with Socks, but a pull shot. As Slurpee
able to pop that to Penguin.
Penguin just losing.
Penguin looking for a pass out to mid. Gets it, but it's pinched away pretty far. Heartless able to gather, but Crocs with Socks will clear it into the corner here. And here come the Cyclones, Pickle.
Here they come indeed, like a bad weather report you just didn't want to see on a Wednesday night. As Mr. Penguin is putting it up the wall, ZDL Pinky with a great challenge as Slurpee Snail meets Crocs with Socks. And they just can't seem to get that push with the ball to the front of the net. As I say it, it's there. Slurpee with the shot, popping it in over the defense.
Yep, Slurpee Snail hanging out midfield like he knows he needs to do when both his teammates are in the corner there, and the ball comes out perfectly for him to just come off the ground, a couple jumps, and it's right there to shoot right in the corner. Great shot, Slurpee Snail, as we always expect from him.
100%, and that is why that is the golden striker from last season, as he does so well strike the net. And a beautiful demo!
What a beautiful
demo!
shot!
Slurpee Snail popping another one on the demo!
Unbelievable. This ball comes right out to Slurpee Snail. He just takes a nice, easy shot. Reese could probably move that to the corner, but Heartless just eliminates him from the play entirely.
Absolutely deleted, my guy. He had no chance at a spawn recovery there. Great team play and heads-up awareness by Heartless and Slurpee Snail, pushing the ball forward as Heartless collects, sends it to the mid. Reese trying to get a nice little touch here. As Crocs with Socks is there with the touch, Mr. Penguin for the cleanup save.
Pinky able to push this one towards the backboard. Reese is there to take a shot. Heartless, what a 50 to get that ball cleared. And Slurpee's going to take a shot here. Open net. Slurpee gets the hat trick. Game 2. 3-1. 2:49 on the clock, Pickle. What do you think they got to do to turn this around in the second half of the game?
I think that they just need to not be in their head, and they just got to play the way that they played the first game. You don't want to start falling behind and start panicking. You want to stay calm and stay collected, and you can hope that they do it here as the clock is ticking with Pinky collecting, sending it off the wall as Slurpee Snail challenges, going for it. Was Reese? No, the fourth man.
Oh, off the post. Unlucky there from Reese. That was a great pass and a good shot, but it just catches the post and doesn't go in.
The fourth man said, not in my house, as ZDL Pinky gets a nice touch there to keep the ball in the offensive zone. But they are pushing back, and this is an opportunity. But Mr. Penguin, just without boost, not able to push the way you'd think he'd want.
Reese with another attempt at just getting the ball into the offensive zone in any way necessary. He's very creative out there. It's fun to watch.
Absolutely. They are trying on both ends of the field just to get an opening here. And Crocs with Socks with a great touch to keep that off the back wall. That was a double tap, surely, if that wasn't made to be such a great play. But both teams are just trying to get that offensive pressure. The ball staying primarily mid. Seems like they're having a little bit of difficulty processing this pressure shift.
Well, I'm sure the Cyclones would rather the ball be mid than in their net, which is where it's been most of this game. So, so far that's an improvement, but they're going to need to put some in the back of the three Rocketeers net if they want to come back here.
That is true, and a good challenge, a good 50 by Pinky, sending the ball back. Heartless getting demoed by Reese. This is an opportunity, as they are just not able to capitalize, but we have a little floater here. It just gets turned wide by Mr. Penguin.
Heartless with the save and a great clear all the way down the field. Only Ree's back to contend with it. Crocs with Socks in net here. He's going to try and clear it, but he misses and Slurpee's there to capitalize and put another one in the back of the net. Slurpee Snail chalk it up. 4th goal this game.
That is an incredible stat line, to say the least. 4 goals in a game, especially against a team this competitive, is not easy by any measure, as Slurpee Snail is just finding him in the right spot at the right time during these plays.
Absolutely. 4 goals in a game puts you in a good position for Player of the Week, Pickle.
I would have said the same thing last week, but I ended up not getting it with my 4 goals, so I don't know about that.
Well, most of the time you're going to need more than 4 total.
I should go for 8 next week. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, that'll do it.
It just may. As Reese is collecting on the sidewall, 50 by Heartless. That could catch backboard, but Pinky says not today, and he sends it to the corner. With Mr. Penguin collecting, clock's ticking down. It does not look like Cyclones are going to be able to capitalize and pull back this deficit. We're just waiting for the ball to touch ground, and there it is. Game 2 is in the books. This is anybody's match.
Game 2 is in the books, and it's another 4-1, but this time in the favor of the Rocketeers. What did they do so much differently that turned it around that much, from losing 4-1 to winning 4-1 the next game?
I think it can be summarized into one word, Jet: pressure. They took the opportunities that they were given, and they pressured the defense as much as they possibly could, and that will open up your goal-scoring opportunities at any time.
I couldn't agree more. We are 1-1 going to game 3 here. I told you there was going to be no sweep either direction. I told you it could go either way. Game 3 could clearly go either way. Do you think it all hangs on who scores the first goal? Or do you think that these teams have proven who they are?
I don't think at this point I don't think that it's going to be a situation that it comes down to the first goal. I mean, you look at this matchup, Cyclone scored first, and they did not come away with a win. So, that could be a stat line that just maybe doesn't matter here.
It may not when 5 goals a game are being scored, but players are on the field for game 3 here. Cyclones versus 3 Rocketeers. This is going to be a good one.
I'm hoping for a nail-biter, and as you all know, I love me some free Rocket League. I'd love to see an overtime here for Game 3, fighting out the win in the crossbar, saying no. With another touch back, they seem a little awkward here to start. Can they get the clear? Crocs with Socks with a great save, denying Slurpee of his 5th goal here on the night.
Reese?
And Reese?
Making
it look like a breeze! And
Penguin! But Mr. Penguin comes in for the save. Look at that.
Wow, Penguin just getting a real clutch save there. That could be the one that saves his team this win.
That could be very important there. Everybody knows the first goal's important. It may not be the most important goal, but it is very important. And to make a huge save like that early in Game 3 in a tied match. Crocs with Socks, what a save!
Man. Oh, man, I thought surely that was going in, and Crocs with Socks was not having it here. And he put that one back. But we got a nice challenge here. Out of the corner. Anybody there? Reese with the touch. It's Sky.
Up in the air.
Coming down on us. Crocs with Socks. And a great clear by Slurpee Snail. Keeping that out of the way. Making sure that there is no first goal for the Cyclones here at this point.
It's the ball's going back and forth from net to net like we're playing Heat Seeker here, Pickle.
Oh! And what a pass to shot. The connection was there. The shot was just a little off. That would have been an incredible play if that had gone in.
Yeah, and then we had 2 demos. We had a momentary 2-on-2.
Nice power play action, but even strength power play, right? So, and we got the double, and Crocs was... Oh my God! Slurpee saying no!
They have already hit the post twice, the crossbar once, and there's been a few saves out there that were very close indeed. this game could have had many more goals than 0.
It absolutely could have. This is two teams trying to get these goals. Each one wants the first one, because I think we know that in a match like this where you're so back and forth, that first one, you want that momentum.
At this point, absolutely. When you're almost halfway through the match and there's still no goals, that first one is really important.
It certainly is. And Pinky trying to collect in the corner, keeping it awkward for Mr. Penguin. And a demo by Slurpee. That could open up something here as Heartless goes up for the double. And he comes down, but Penguin is there! He could not get the
Can't
shot.
quite get it. Oh, Crocs with Socks could have an open net here. But, okay, it just rolls down the field to Heartless.
I'm wondering if maybe he left to get the boost.
Maybe.
As Reese trying to catch Crocs with Socks, sending it forward. Slurpee up on the wall, able to collect, pushing it away. Slurpee is just so dangerous from anywhere on the field. And the ball, and Slurpee, another save. This man is trying to will his team to a victory.
Heartless clears that one downfield. Slurpee going to trail it, and this one's going on net. Reese is there to gather it. He's going to try and take it to the wall, but Mr. Penguin's not going to just let that happen.
Absolutely not. As Slurpee's able to put it by, ZDL and Reese covering up to make sure the save was there. Great awareness by Reese to make sure that that was covered in the event that ZDL was not able to get the touch that they would have been looking for. And Crocs with Socks getting it by Slurpee. Nice touch by ZDL. Can Reese collect? And Crocs with Socks with a great clear, keeping that out of harm's way.
1 minute to go here in Game 3. Both teams 0-0. Both teams with 4 saves. Slurpee will flick one on net. Reese is there to push it away to the corner, but this one's still hanging out in the mid. Reese going to send it out to the midfield, and Mr. Penguin's going to try and send it back in.
Crocs with Socks, chance for a double. Nobody's challenging. And that was a close one there, as they could have had an opportunity on that double. With Crocs with Socks up again, coming back. Crocs with Socks beating out Slurpee. Off the wall. ZDL cleaning up into the corner. Heartless with a save.
What a save there by Heartless. These teams are battling. 18 seconds on the clock. This one's on net. It's off the post.
Are we gonna get
0-0? We could have overtime here, Pickle, but both teams have had so many opportunities to score. This is incredible, Rocket League.
It certainly is. I'm hoping for this 0-0 Slurpee, trying to get the last chance with a
Slurpee.
Oh, it's just sent wide.
And that was the theme of Game 3, is great shots and amazing saves. Let's see if they can keep that up. This one's on net, though. Oh, no! Just like that! 5 seconds in, Pinky pinches it off the corner somehow.
I will
he just took it off the wall. Great shot.
What a touch, and it ends like that with such an incredible match. The goal by ZDL Pinky, able to put the Cyclones ahead, and as it seems, the Rocketeers just could not weather the storm, as the Cyclone proved to be too much. I think that we all know now you can't launch a spaceship in severe weather.
Wow. What a game. What a series, Pickle. I am so happy to be here and to be able to call this match. That was fun to watch. These teams are both going to be ones to watch in the calculated division for the rest of the season. We may see this matchup again in the playoffs. That was great, Rocket League. Reminder to tune in tomorrow and Friday. We have doubleheaders starting at 8:30. And reminder for everybody to check out the merch store. Check out all the great stuff we have in there. There's everything, you name it. Hats, jerseys, mouse pads, everything.
Yeah, the merch store is great. I actually just got my new captain's jersey in, as I was able to order one and throw Captain Pickle on the back, and I am pretty pumped about that. I'm not going to lie. And I'm really hoping my boys wear their jerseys tomorrow, and they come decked out in that swag, so we can look crispy for our win tomorrow night. I'm just sorry, not to be overconfident, but I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I have. I had a blast doing this one for you guys tonight, as always. And I would like to shout out to Mimsy. He's just dropping subs
Mimsy.
left and right. I love to see it. He is
Hashtag Mimsy in the chat, everybody.
he is, I believe, our record holder for most subs gifted. I'm pretty sure this man has donated his whole house to the QRLS at this point. But thank you again for tuning in. And as always, keep